Okay, graph this equation. Y is equal to negative 3 times x plus 2. Okay. Now if you remember the old method is to make an input-output table. Okay. And you can put any numbers you want in for x. I usually just keep it simple, but I want positives and negatives. So 1, 2, negative 1, negative 2. So y is equal to negative 3 times x plus 2. Okay, so x is my input, so what I do is I put 2 in for x, and I get my output. So negative 3 times 2 is negative 6, plus 2 is going to be negative 4. So 2, negative 4. Okay, so if I put 1 in for x, negative 3 times 1 is negative 3, plus 2 is going to be negative 1. So 1, negative 1. Okay, 0. Negative 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. Okay, so 0, 2. Negative 3 times negative 1 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. So negative 1, 5. And then negative 3 times negative 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Okay, so negative 2, 8. Now, we need to graph these coordinates on the plane. They form a line. So this is x, this is y. So x, 2, so 0, 1, 2, and then the y is negative 4. So 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. So I go 2 on x, negative 4 on y. Okay, 1, negative 1, so I go 1 on x, negative 1 on y. 0, 2, so 0 on x is the middle, and then y, 2 would be up here. Okay, negative 1, 5, so negative 1 on x, 3, 4, 5, and then up to 5 on y. Then negative 2, 8, so negative 1, negative 2 on x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on y. Okay, and you have points that line up. Now this is continuous, so we need to make a graph that connects the points. Now, we're going to do a quicker method here on graphing, okay? Because that takes a long time. There is a quicker way. And it says, graph the equations by identifying the slope and the y-intercept. So the equation says y equals 1/4 x minus 3. Remember what that means. It means times, and then we have a minus operator. Now, there's a quicker way to do this. The quicker way is to use slope y-intercept. So y is by itself. So if y is by itself, the multiplier of the x is your m, and then this constant is your b. So m and b represent the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope is my m, so that's 1/4, and the y-intercept is going to be the b, minus 3. Okay, remember, slope is m, y-intercept is b. Okay, so on the y-axis we need to go to negative 3, so there's 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Okay. Then from that point, not from the middle, from that point, okay, I can use my slope. It's rise over run. So the 1 on top is positive, so that's a rise. And the 4 on the bottom, okay, that's going to be that's to the right, okay. So forward from this point, not from the middle, it's from the first point. So I go up 1 unit, forward 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now do it again. You repeat that. Up 1, forward 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And those are 3 of the points in the equation. But if I've got 3, I just make the line, and then the line contains all of the rest of the points in the equation. Okay, example 2, y equals negative 4/5 x plus 6. Okay. Okay, so this is m, this is b. Now remember what those mean. M means slope, b means y-intercept. So the slope would be negative 4/5, and the y-intercept would be positive 6. So on the y-axis, okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. Then from that point, we go down now because it's negative, but we're still going to move forward, okay? Because the negative's just with the top number, not with the bottom. So it'd be down 4, forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm off the graph, so 2 points is good enough. Get 3 if you can, but then just 2 if you can't, just make 2. Okay, there's that line. Okay, example 3. Y equals negative 8x plus 2. Okay, so times, so MB. So the slope is negative 8 over 1, and the y-intercept here is plus 2. Okay. By the way, why am I putting a 1? Because the slope has to be a fraction. Okay. If it's not, we just apply a 1 under that whole number. Okay. So the y-intercept up 2, then down 8, forward 1. Means every time you move forward 1, you go down 8. And I really can't do it again, okay, because I'd be off the graph. So just those 2 points do. And again, how that works is anytime you increase the x by 1, the y, the output goes down 8. Okay. Okay, example 4, y equals 6x. Okay. So I've got the multiplier here, that's the m, but I don't have a b, so b would be 0, okay? So the slope would be 6 over 1, and the y-intercept would be 0. Okay, so the y-intercept is right there in the middle, okay? Because, I mean, it's 0. Then from that point, I go up 6, forward 1. Means every time we increase the input by 1, we go up 6. The output increases by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you really can't do it again, so we'll just go with those 2. Okay, next example, y equals 5, 6x minus 3. So m is my, and then b, m times x plus b. So slope, y-intercept. So the slope is 5 over 6, and then minus 3 is the y-intercept. So on the y-axis, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Then 5 is positive, so up 5, right 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you don't have room to do it again, so that's going to be our line. Arrows on both ends. Okay, y equals 3/5 x minus 2. So times minus mb. So slope is 3/5, and the y-intercept is minus 2. So on the y-axis, negative 2. And the slope is rise over run, so 3 is positive, so it rises 3 and goes 5 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, it's from the first point, and then you can't do it again. Oh, you could do it again, but you're off the graph. Okay, y equals negative 5x plus 7. So negative 5 times x plus 7. So this is the m, this is the b. So slope, we have negative 5. The y-intercept, we have positive 7. Okay, so we need to apply a 1 under the slope because we need that to be a ratio. So the y-intercept is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I make a point. Okay, now the slope is negative, so it's down, but we're still moving forward on the bottom. Means every time the x increases by 1, the equation, the y, drops 5. Okay. Okay, nice. Okay, example 8, y equals negative 3x plus 6. Okay. So m, b. Okay. So slope, y-intercept. So the slope is negative 3 over 1. The y-intercept is positive 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's where positive 6 is, and we go down 3, but forward 1. You don't go backwards. You're always going to be moving to the right, but you go up and down. So 1, 2, 3, forward 1, 1, 2, 3, forward 1. Okay, last two, I believe. Y equals negative 1/2 x plus 4. So negative 1/2 times x plus 4, so you get m, b. So slope negative 1 over 2, and then positive 4 is the y-intercept. So on the y-axis, I go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then from there, you have a negative 1, so you would go down, and then you would go forward. You're still going to the right with the bottom number, because the bottom number is going to be positive. So down 1, right 2. Down 1, right 2. Okay, and then our last one's a little bit different. Y equals 5x plus 10. Got a little bit of a problem here. Okay. 5 is the m, 10 is the b. So 5 and plus 10. 5 over 1. Now here's the problem. Okay. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I can't get to 10. So then what I have to do is number by 2's. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, now I can reach 10. Now this one's still going to be going by 1's. Okay, you can go by 2's on the y and 1's on the x. And the slope's 5 over 1. Now, you can't count 5 though. Okay, so what you do, what would 10 plus up 5 be? Where would that take me to? It'd take me to 15, so it'd be between the 14 and the 16, okay? No, don't make a point though. And then you're still moving 1, okay? So it's like 2, 4, 5, halfway, then forward 1. You can't really do it again, but that's better than anything else, so yeah.